Okay, today we're jumping into one of the most maddening, most expensive parts of the US healthcare system, medical claim denials. It is a huge headache for literally everyone. And in this explainer, we're going to break down why it happens and, more importantly, how we're starting to fix it.
To really get the scale of this, just look at this number, $262 billion. That's how much money in medical claims gets initially denied by insurance companies every single year in the US. I mean, just think about that. That's money that should be going towards patient care or research or lowering costs. But instead, it's just stuck in limbo.
So here's how we're going to tackle this. First, we'll look at the size of the problem. Then, we'll figure out why these claims are getting denied in the first place. After that, we'll talk about a big shift in strategy, a new playbook for prevention, the role of AI, and finally, what this all means for the future.
All right, so let's dig into that $262 billion figure. What are we actually talking about here? I mean, what is a claim denial?
Well, it's actually pretty simple. A hospital or a doctor's office does something for a patient. They send the bill, the claim, to the insurance company. And a denial? That's when the insurance company just says, nope, not paying. It is a flat-out refusal, and believe me, it happens way more often than you'd think.
And the impact is just staggering. We're talking about as many as 1 out of every 5 claims getting denied or delayed. For your average hospital, this isn't some small administrative issue. It adds up to almost $5 million in losses every year. That's money that could have hired more nurses or bought new MRI machines. It just vanishes.
Okay, so what is going on here? Why is this happening so often? You'd probably guess it's because of some complicated medical disagreement, right? Well, the truth is, a lot less dramatic. Let's look at the actual data. And here's the real shocker. The number one reason for denials isn't a complex medical dispute. It's simple registration and eligibility issues. And when you add in just missing or invalid data, you're looking at nearly 40% of all denials being caused by basic clerical errors, the kind of stuff that happens at the front desk. And this quote just says it all, doesn't it? It's not some big debate over a procedure. It's often as simple as someone at the front desk typing in Tom when the insurance card says Thomas. One tiny typo and the whole payment process just grinds to a halt.
So for a long time, hospitals and clinics just kind of accepted this. They'd hire huge teams to fight these denials after they happened. But that whole mindset is changing. A much smarter strategy is taking over, and it's all based on one incredibly powerful insight.
And here it is. This is the stat that changes everything. A full 90% of all claim denials are actually preventable. They are not inevitable. They are errors that can be caught before the bill ever goes out the door. Realizing this completely flips the script.
So, the whole game has shifted from being reactive to being proactive. See, denial management is the old way, this expensive, soul-crushing process of chasing down money that you're already owed. Denial prevention, that's the new way. It's all about getting ahead of the problem and fixing the process so the errors never happen in the first place.
Okay, so it's one thing to say, be proactive, but what does that actually look like? How does a big, complex hospital build a system around prevention? Well, it turns out there's a proven, step-by-step playbook for this.
It really comes down to a 4-step plan. Step 1, you get everybody in a room together. Finance, doctors, the front desk staff, everyone. Step 2, you use real data, not just guesses, to find out what's really causing the denials. Step 3, you make a specific plan to fix those root causes. And step 4, and this is key, you never stop measuring and improving.
And the big question, does it work? You bet it does. Just look at the Moffitt Cancer Center. They followed this exact playbook, and they slashed their denial rate almost in half, from 14% all the way down to 8%. That's millions of dollars they can now put back into what they actually do, caring for patients.
So getting the human process right is a massive step forward. But now, technology is here to take prevention to a completely different level. It's time to talk about the AI-powered claim scrubber.
It's pretty much what it sounds like. It's smart software that uses artificial intelligence to automatically scan every single claim for mistakes before it gets sent to the insurance company. And unlike the old clunky systems, these AI engines are using dynamic rules that are constantly learning and getting smarter.
And honestly, the difference is like night and day. The old way is manual, with rules that are always out of date. The AI way is automated and dynamic. And see that bidirectional sync? All that means is the billing software is constantly talking to the patient's medical record, making sure Tom is always Thomas. The end result, you go from high denial rates and constant rework to getting it right the first time and getting paid way faster.
And the results? They speak for themselves. With this AI-first approach, companies are seeing their clean claim rates, that's the percentage of claims that get paid on the very first try, soar to 98%. I mean, that's practically perfect.
And here's another real-world example for you. A company called Teleca Imaging put an AI scrubber in place, and within just 90 days, their claim denials dropped by 28%. That is a huge improvement, really, really fast.
So, when you put it all together, where does that leave us? Well, we've gone from looking at this massive, kind of hopeless problem to having a really clear two-part solution. The future here isn't about people or technology, it's about people and technology. It's about combining that smart, human-led prevention playbook with powerful, real-time AI tools. And when you do that, the goal of error-free medical billing, it's not a dream anymore, it's actually achievable.
Which, leaves us with one final, really cool question to think about. For decades, the healthcare industry has burned billions of dollars and countless hours just trying to get paid. If we can automate that, if we can take that entire burden away, what could all that time, money, and brainpower be used for instead? Now that is an exciting future.